Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is your girl Adriana DC. Today's video, I'm going to be giving you my top 10 fragrances to wear to a graduation for 2023. Not only is it wedding season or it's summer season or vacation season, you guys, it's graduation season. I am sure that your timelines are filled with, graduation pictures, certificates, ceremonies. I'm sure that you probably have families or friends or kids, that's getting ready to be graduated if they have not graduated as yet. And I figured, why not give you guys my top 10 graduation fragrances that I think are ideal scents to wear if you are getting graduated or if you're even attending the ceremony, you guys. So if this is something that you guys are interested in, then by all means, keep on watching. If you guys are new here, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for supporting me. I truly appreciate your support. So let's just get right into it. So the first fragrance that I recommend as an ideal scent to wear to a graduation is Cavort by Fragrance de Bois, you guys. And this is pretty much a fresh, spicy, woody, amber floral fragrance. It has in notes of saffron, cinnamon, davana, and geranium. And in the middle notes, we have some ylang ylang, rose, jasmine, orange blossom. In the base, you have some sandalwood, labdanum, patchouli, and incense. And what you pick up most in this perfume, first of all, the fragrance opens up quite spicy and very airy, very refreshing with a hint of sweetness. You pick up a lot of woody touches in this perfume. And overall, that's pretty much what you get from this. The saffron and the cinnamon is beautifully coupled in the opening of the perfume. So they're not separate. So you get a nice spicy essence to this fragrance, but not too harsh in my opinion. You get a nice gentle dose of sweetness from the davana in this perfume. And you're picking up loads of the labdanum, sandalwood, incense in this fragrance. This is overall a very refreshing, spicy, woody perfume. It is quite transparent and quite light, so you can actually wear this all year round. Okay, even though it has quite a bit of spice to it, you can definitely wear this fragrance all year round. And because it's so transparent and airy, even though it has a woody base and it hasn't that note of incense in it, it is a very easy to wear fragrance in my opinion. It is an absolutely beautiful scent. It has somewhat of a formal tone because obviously this fragrance is focused around those woody notes in my opinion. And I think this would be an absolutely beautiful fragrance to wear to a graduation. It might actually be my choice of scent to wear for my graduation that's coming up soon. So Fragrance de Bois Cavort, I think this is an absolutely beautiful fragrance to wear to your graduation ceremony. The second fragrance that I recommend as an ideal fragrance to wear to a graduation ceremony is Rose Prick by Tom Ford. And this is another spicy, dusty rose scent that has a bit of earthiness to it. This just has a really beautiful scent, you guys. Let me just give you guys the notes. In the top, we have some Sichuan pepper and some turmeric. In the middle, we have some May rose, Bulgarian rose, and some Turkish rose. In the base, you have some patchouli and tonka bean. Overall, you basically get a spicy, dusty, earthy rose scent from this fragrance. It is also quite refreshing. There is something about it that smells clean, yet a bit dusty. I think it's the spiciness in this fragrance mixing with the rose. It's just coming off really clean, a little bit soapy, a little bit powdery, a little bit sweet. But overall, you're getting the spices and a dustiness to this perfume. And of course, a slight bit of earthiness in the base. It smells so divine and it projects like crazy. It has a nice formal tone to it. So for me, I think it has, just the right amount of playfulness because of course the pink bottle and it's featured around that note of rose. But it's just a really beautiful fragrance to wear, especially to a graduation or to any kind of formal event, in my opinion. Obviously, this fragrance is quite versatile. I think, even though it has a bit of dustiness and that earthiness to it, I think this fragrance can be worn even in a high heat, in my opinion. So yeah, I think Rose Prick by Tom Ford is a beautiful scent to pull for a graduation event. Next up, we have another spicy rose fragrance, and that is Kylie's Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper, you guys. I think this is a really beautiful, intoxicating smelling fragrance, which is again featured around that beautiful note of rose. The notes in Kylie Sweet Diamond Pink Pepper are, we have some pink pepper and saffron, bergamot and royal lily in the top. In the middle, we have some Bulgarian rose, May rose, vanilla orchid, and some magnolia. And in the base, we have some amber, sandalwood, patchouli, and musk. Overall, you get a you get you get a sweet, metallic, spicy rose fragrance with the essence of musk and patchouli. A really beautiful combination. There's a hint of powderiness to this fragrance, and you definitely get the spices in the opening of this scent. This is quite different from, Rose Prick. Rose Prick has a bit more of a clean, soapy yet dusty, earthy vibe. This one is spices, rose, and patchouli, and that's pretty much what you get from this perfume. And as it dries down, it gets really powdery. It has a beautiful oriental presence to this fragrance that just makes this fragrance smell really nice. I think that's the most like intoxicating part of this perfume. The spices mixing with the patchouli just gives off a metallic feel that just smells really, really nice in my opinion. I think this is a beautiful fragrance to wear to a graduation ceremony, you guys. Has the right amount of playfulness, and of course it still smells quite grounded and really strong, and it will project like crazy. So yeah, this baby right here, I think it's a really beautiful scent to put out for a graduation ceremony. Next up, we have another spicy white floral fragrance surrounding that note of patchouli, and I'm talking about Tom Ford's white patchouli, you guys. This is a very spicy, woody, floral smelling fragrance, you guys, and that's the essence of this fragrance. The notes in white patchouli are white flowers, coriander, peony, and bergamot in the opening. Middle notes are amber, rose, and jasmine. In the base, you have some patchouli, woody notes, and incense. Overall, you have an extremely invigorating and screechy patchouli note in this fragrance. Of course, you get the spices, you get the rose mixing with the jasmine in this fragrance. And even though it's overwhelmed with all the spices in this fragrance, it's kind of like peeking out in this scent, because beneath all of that spiciness, there's a nice dose of sweetness in this fragrance. So you're definitely capturing the rose mixing with the jasmine in this particular scent. And of course, the patchouli and those woody notes in the base. Overall, it's a very invigorating, screechy, white floral fragrance focused around that note of patchouli. It smells quite formal. It projects quite decent. I think this would be an ideal fragrance to wear to a graduation ceremony. Fragrance will definitely last throughout the event, and I just think that it has a nice, very formal and sophisticated tone to it. Like, picture yourself wearing a suit at a graduation ceremony. I think white patchouli would be, a beautiful scent to pull for, and it's easy to wear during, the summertime as well. So yeah, I think this would make an ideal scent to pull for a graduation ceremony. Next up, we have yet another spicy woody fragrance, and I'm talking about Maison Shear's Celeb Woods, you guys. And this is pretty much a beautiful spicy white floral woody fragrance with a very prominent dose of labdanum and some cardamom in this fragrance. Let me just give you guys the notes. Celeb Woods has in top notes of cinnamon and cardamom, middle notes of black vanilla husk and white pepper. In the base, you have some labdanum and some tonka bean. It's a very lightly sweetened with a very heightened spicy essence from the cardamom and the cinnamon. Okay, cardamom tends to be quite overpowering. It's not overpowering, but it's very much prominent in this fragrance. It is blended beautifully with the vanilla in this fragrance, so it still comes off a little bit soft, and it doesn't exactly lean masculine, even though cardamom does have the tendency to lean a bit masculine. So it's not coming off masculine because it's light and it has a light sweetness to it, of course, with those spices as well. And of course, the labdanum is also playing a very prominent role in the fragrance mixed with the tonka bean. This is a very transparent fragrance. It's light, but it has depth to it, okay? It's very refreshing, very easy to wear, quite light, very soft. But of course, you get that, sweet, soft, spicy, woody vibes in this perfume. And I think this is an absolutely beautiful fragrance to wear to a graduation ceremony. It's quite formal, but smells really pleasant. It's not like boring or anything like that. It's just a very resolved and sophisticated fragrance. A resolved, somewhat understated, sophisticated smelling fragrance. I think this would be a beautiful scent to wear to a graduation ceremony. Next up, we have YSL Libra Intense. So we're toning down a bit of the spiciness but we are keeping it still a little bit bold and confident, and definitely, you know, having a presence at a graduation ceremony. The notes in Celeb Intense are lavender, mandarin orange, and bergamot in the opening. In the middle, we have some lavender, Tunisian orange blossom, jasmine sambac, and orchid. And the base, we have some Madagascar vanilla, tonka bean, ambergris, and vetiver. This is your ever popular, bold, sophisticated smelling lavender, mandarin orange, vanilla, and tonka bean smelling perfume. It's a little bit more dense than the original because of the amber in this fragrance, but this just has a, yes, it has a bossy vibe, but it has a sophistication to it. It smells expensive. It smells really this is the fragrance that your mom is going to be wearing. You know those like overdressed moms, like, you know, that's dressed to the nine with a fancy handbag and the hair is full of curls and face like laid to the gods. You know, you can just see that she's a very proud mom that just puts a lot into their kid. You know, go to the graduation, you see somebody like dressed down to the nine, you know, for their kid. This is what they're going to be wearing, because this is just the vibe. This is just the aura of Libra. This is the scent that all those proud moms wear. Perhaps some of the scents that I pulled for more the men. I mean, anybody can wear those scents, but definitely this is the fragrance that your proud mama or your proud auntie that's attending your graduation ceremony is going to be wearing, you guys. So this is Libra Intense. I think this is a beautiful fragrance to wear to a graduation ceremony. Next up, we have a Velvet Splendor by Goldfield and Banks. And this is just a really warm, white floral, citrusy, sweet, florally smelling fragrance, okay? This has a very interesting smell to it. There is a hint of leather in this fragrance, but you don't really get a leather. I would say you get more like a suede. I know the fragrance is called Velvet Splendor, but you get like a suede essence in this perfume. Let me just give you guys the notes in Velvet Splendor. This has in mimosa, jasmine sambac, orange blossom, tonka bean, Australian sandalwood, patchouli, Haitian vetiver, leather, and mandarin orange. I'm guessing it's the mimosa that I'm getting in this fragrance. They're a very beautiful open to this fragrance. It smells like yellow florals. Obviously you get a very beautiful, refreshing, clean, citrusy element to this perfume, and yet that's pretty much what you're getting. Citrus, yellow florals, and it smells like suede. So it smells like wiping down suede, or should I say leather, because there's a leather note in here. So picture yourself wiping down some suede and spraying it with a bit of a zesty, citrusy, lemony, floral, refreshing scent on the suede. And that's what you get. The citrus in here so is really, really pretty, because it's complementing those yellow florals in the opening very well. It smells quite clean in my opinion. It smells a little bit crisp, but overall it's just a really refreshing and beautiful smelling fragrance. It's not an understated scent at all. It's just a really different, you know, out of the ordinary scent that you usually come across, but it's a very beautiful and refreshing fragrance in my opinion. So Velvet Splendor is definitely a beautiful scent to pull for a graduation ceremony. This next selection is for my oud lovers, and the next fragrance I would recommend as a beautiful scent to wear to a graduation is True Oud by Herrera. And this is pretty much a spicy, woody oud smelling fragrance. It has in notes of saffron. Again, there we go with the saffron, a hint of spice. We have some saffron, olive, osmanthus, and freesia in the opening, and we have some middle notes of thailand oud, myrrh, and jasmine. In the base, we have some akigalawood, musk, sandalwood, and patchouli. This has a really beautiful dose of sweetness in the midst of all of those spicy, woody elements in this fragrance that makes it a little bit, you know, easier to wear. You have a heavy dose of patchouli in this fragrance mixing with the myrrh. And of course, if you love oud, you love patchouli, you love those heavy woody scent, then you would definitely love this fragrance. But it just has a softness to it. The spices mixing with the freesia in this fragrance gives off a very beautiful combination. So even though it has an oud, it's not too overwhelming, it's not too strong, it's not too overbearing. And you know, because of those slight sweet elements and the spices in here, so this can wear really well, you know, during the summertime. In my opinion, this scent can be worn all year round because its name is True Oud, but they've done a really good job of playing off the top notes to make the fragrance very easy to wear, in my opinion. So if you are that bold, you know, person, perhaps, you know, I don't know, maybe just like oud fragrances or whatever the case is, this is a beautiful scent to pull for, you know, for a graduation ceremony. Next up, we have my Beloved Misty, you guys. My all-time favorite fragrance in my perfume collection. This is an absolute love, you guys. I'm gonna say to you, out of all the fragrances in this lineup, this one would be my absolutely favorite fragrance to wear to a graduation. I did say I would wear another one, but I think this one is definitely going to be my favorite in this lineup. And this is a beautiful, citrusy, sweet, rose patchouli smelling fragrance. It has in notes of pink pepper, blood orange, sweet orange, mandarin orange, Calabrian bergamot, and lemon. In the middle, we have some grass rose, damask rose, and jasmine leaf. In the base, you have some patchouli and some palo santo rosewood. Something about my baby. She's such a refreshing fragrance. The citrusy elements in here it's quite beautiful because it's not too sharp. Okay, you have every different type of orange, Sicilian orange, blood orange, mandarin orange in this fragrance. So you have a beautiful orange essence in this fragrance, but you're getting more the citrus with a light sweetness mixing with the rose. It's a beautiful fragrance. You're definitely getting that jasmine leaf because there is somewhat of a even though there's so many citruses inside of here, so and the rose, there is something in the heart of this perfume that I find to be truly addictive. Maybe it's just me. Something in here so that gives off a different feel to it. Okay, and of course you have two different types of rose in here. So this fragrance has a really beautiful heart. It dries on really powdery, and of course the patchouli backs up all of those citrusy elements. So this fragrance is just a really beautiful fragrance with just the right amount of depth, you guys. This fragrance wears beautifully. It comes off like a rose oil, a citrusy bergamotti with a hint of lemon, loads of citruses mixing with some rose, and it comes off like an oil. Picture all those elements in an oil, and that's how this fragrance smells. Very sophisticated, very girly, very pretty, very playful, but again, that sophisticated essence to it, you guys. I love my Misty, y'all. I have not worn her in a very long time, and I'm telling you, this is how you want to feel about your fragrances when you go out and make a purchase. You want, when you smell it like years after, because I've had this fragrance for quite some years, you want, when you smell it years after, for it to bring back the same joy that it brought to you when you very first smell it. Like, oh, I still love my Misty. It's such a pretty fragrance. So this is an absolutely stunning fragrance to wear for that graduation. So this next fragrance definitely goes in line with all of the other scents. Definitely coming with a bit of spice, but this one is a lot more sweeter yet woodier. And of course, they maintain a similar base to all of the others with that patchouli. And I'm talking about my Kayali Vanilla 28. This is a spicy, woody, sweet vanilla fragrance, you guys. This smells like, oh, it smells like vanilla essence. It smells like a deep, dark, spicy, sweet molasses, even vanilla fragrance, you guys. A beautiful fragrance that has quite a lot of versatility to it. Of course, it has that patchouli in the base, which grounds this fragrance beautifully. But if you don't want a predominantly like spicy, woody patchouli fragrance, you can definitely go for a nice, sweet, warm vanilla fragrance that is very, you know, very pretty, yet you know, it has somewhat of a formal tone as well. This fragrance can be worn to quite a lot of different occasions, but I just think, like, if you know, a little bit more on the gaulier side, a little bit more on the playful side, definitely Vanilla 28 would make a beautiful selection for that graduation. The notes in Vanilla 28, so this fragrance has in top notes of vanilla, orchid, and jasmine. Middle notes of brown sugar and tonka bean. In the base, you have some amber, amberwood, musk, and patchouli. This fragrance smells like sugar and spice with everything nice inside of it, you guys. This is a beautiful fragrance to pull for a lot of different occasions, but if you are, you know, you want something really sweet and warm to wear for your graduation, I think this would be an absolutely stunning selection to pull. And there you have it. These are my top 10 selections for that graduation ceremony. I do hope you guys enjoy these selections. Let me know in the comment sections if you guys, you know, have, you know, any graduation, you know, ceremonies to attend this summer. And let me know what fragrances you're considering wearing, you guys, or let me know if you guys even thought about, like, what fragrance you should wear. But overall, if you enjoy these selections, please give me a very big thumbs up. If you guys are new here, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and make sure to hit that notification bell so that way you will be notified every single time I upload. And for those of you who are my returning subscribers, thank you guys for supporting me. I truly appreciate your support. And until next time, see you guys in my very next video. Bye.